Welcome back. This is the Between Secrets and Lavender, episode 26. It has been a while for us, so we're just going to do a little bit of a recap. Let's see what we remember. I'm just going to say that there are three threats on the board still. The Order of Azure Eyes, which has a complexity 4 question on the board. If the order isn't real, what is Dr. Klauser up to? And you guys have 8 available clues to explain it. Black and white and red all over. That has a complexity, well, actually, 2 ways that you can try to resolve the threat. Either complexity 4, what drove the angel of truth to madness and how can it be destroyed? Or a complexity 6. Why was the angel of truth drawn to possess its host, and how can they be freed from its influence? And you have 6 available clues to answer it. There is also a peripheral question. How did Suleiman Burker befriend the jinn? For a complexity 4, and you will get a favor, a different move if you decide to answer that question. So that is up to you if you want to do that instead, or at least to start. And then, of course, King in Shadows. And that starts off with the threshold question. What signs precede a performance of the play, and where will it appear next? So you need to discover the location of the new venue first, and then watch the performance there. Complexity 2. So you have 1 available clue on the board so far for that one. And yeah, I think the hunters have been a bit discombobulated from the last time that we were with them. And don't know if anybody wants to just like recap in a line or two of like what they remember from last time, because it has been a while. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, everybody. So whoever wants to start.
I can start. I was investigating the Fleet Street situation. And uh decided to go to the old Cheshire Cheese, I believe is the name, the journalist's pub. And I gave my real name but claimed to be daughter of a newspaper publisher and just wanted to soak up the atmosphere, ask some questions there, and then pursued uh, a different line of inquiry because of a strange homeless woman who I thought, maybe she's seen stuff being out on the streets. Uh, Lost Lucy, I think is her name, something like that. And I pursued her into an alley, and apparently she's the vessel of the Angel of Truth, so now I'm in trouble. Because I just lied.
After the whole Nate situation went sideways, to put it lightly, I had a uh, mild case of emotions. I went to speak to Dr. Holzer and demanded that he make me stop feeling feelings. I did not want to process my regret. And when he refused to do that, I went and I got a makeover. And I felt all better afterwards.
I have no idea actually. I think we did a lot of vulnerable scenes. Was that in that session? Yeah, I think I had one with Felix where he was where I demanded that he bind my help me with my injury. Was that was the scene, right? Okay, yeah, that's and I don't know. I think I was planning to go and find angel stuff at the church, and I think someone accosted me, but that might I've been playing too many sessions since.
I mean, basically, you did find a clue, like in the
Oh,
candle
okay.
section, but then
Oh, right.
I was going to have you confront something, but
Mm-hmm.
I was
Mm-hmm.
like
Okay.
jumping around, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
blame you for being a little bit confused about like what
Mm-hmm.
exactly happened. We
Mm-hmm.
know that Ellie was facing off against something, but
I
you
know
will
that.
run into something for sure
Yes,
over
yes.
there.
I think my role wasn't too too great, right?
It was mixed, yes. So that's
It was
why
mixed.
you
So,
will have a bit of a
yay.
complication while you're over there,
Cool. I like
for sure.
complications.
Yes,
Mordecai does not.
of course. All right, so let's go where we left off. All right. So just before we get like started, may I remind everybody to make sure you have your character keepers up, your witch dice or like online dice rollers, or your physical dice up if you really refuse to use the witch dice to see how it rolls today. And yeah, just please, yeah,
Not good.
yeah,
The rolls are not good right now.
that's on you. I mean, you're on mute. Then we begin with the first mute of the year. Okay,
Yep,
sorry.
there we go. No, I got a good roll, which scares me, honestly. Uh, my test roll was a
It'll be
12,
great.
so.
It'll be great. Okay, it's fine. It's all good. Okay, so Ellie. Yeah. So when last we left you, it's like Lost Lucy had asked you, "Did you tell a lie?" And when you kind of whiffled on that, yeah, something appeared behind her, and the alleyway suddenly became very dark and deep. Yeah. So day move, please.
Okay.
This is well. I mean, what do you think? And like, how do you think you're trying to just deal with this dark, winged shadow that's coming up behind her? Composure, vitality. What do you want to use?
I'm just gonna book it. I'm just gonna run for it.
Okay.
So because I do not want to confront an angel without preparation and preferably my fellow hunters. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna try to leave and get back out into the the populated street uh with all speed.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay, and rolling with vitality since I'm using
Yeah.
my physicality.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, that is a 6. Uh,
Okay, so let me. Let, hmm.
Hmm.
Sorry. Let me just tell you what happens. I mean, unfortunately, I didn't ask you what you thought would go wrong, but
yeah, no, I
will
realized that too
tell
late.
you what will go wrong. Well, right now is that I think as you are making your way out of the alley, like you just turn and run, I think you will see from behind you, without looking back, you'll see the light growing brighter and brighter, even as dark as it was. And you'll just see this flash of light, even as you feel this tearing, searing pain cross your back.
Okay, yeah, I think. Do I want to spend a mask for this?
And because you are doing black and white and red all over, has anybody used the mask removed yet?
We have not.
So you could conceivably use that if you don't want to use your own personal masks. But then everybody has to do it, of course.
Right. Each hunter must reveal a truth they have never told another soul.
We don't need to use that one. We're good. We're fine. You know, just
Oh, Felix hasn't laid out like one, like a single truth, like out to Dr.
I thought you
Klauser?
were feeling so
I
honest
thought so
right now.
too. Is he like keeping something back, like in Pandora's box? Oh dear.
I see what you're doing. And you're right.
Could be fun.
Hmm.
That's up to you. I mean, like again, you can use the mask of the past, or you still have the option of using the mask removed. But yeah, that will trigger everybody doing it. If you
Right. I could go either way. How are we feeling? Because I think that could be very
Yeah. I mean,
interesting.
it'd be fun. Um, and it saves your skin. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I will use that.
All right. So that's what you have on the board. So each hunter must reveal a truth they have never told another soul. You don't have to come with it right away. Maybe at the end of next phase if you want. But whenever you come up with it, we need to make sure that everybody does it because of Ellie's poor role.
Yep.
So day move 6, raise to 729. So I think, raise to 7 to 9. I think. Do you still react the same way, like that you're going to turn and run?
Uh, yes, but I'm gonna try to get a look as I do it just to have an idea of what we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just see if I can, you know, because I
And
don't want to run from just a shadow.
yeah, I mean, like basically, it's like the darkness behind Lucy like starts to loom, and then like seems to have this growing light, like very burning light that starts to grow from the heart area. But you can tell it's like very huge and it's winged. It starts to look very winged, and but she collapses in the alley, and then she's kind of like almost clawing at herself as if she's trying to draw something back in, and she's like, no, 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 please, please, doesn't mean it, doesn't mean it, please. And she'll collapse in the alley as the thing almost seems to draw back from
Hmm.
her reaction. And like you notice even as you turn to run, that the alley starts to gain like its regular perspective once more. But yeah, if you continue to run, or whether you decide to kind of stay, how did seeing that make you feel? I mean, what atavistic sensation did you get?
Ellie got in trouble a lot as a kid for lying about where she was, what she was doing, et cetera, when she was getting out of lessons and avoiding things she didn't want to do. Um, and I think there's a sort of reversion to childhood in some way of just the uh-oh, I got caught. Uh, I'm sorry, kind of a reflexive cringe from the days before she developed her bad case of oppositional defiance. Um, so how would I describe that feeling?
How would a kid describe it?
I'm gonna go with actually I'm gonna go with sulking. She knows she was wrong.
Hmm.
She knows that she's in trouble for it, but it's not fair.
I mean, you could do that as a quote. It's not fair.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Okay. So Mordecai, back at the cathedral in St. Paul's, you left you left Serapio to deal with the priest and kind of like
Mhm.
explain
Yeah.
away
Mhm.
your kind of wandering weirdness, I guess. Um, you did
Yeah.
hear the weird secrets that people were kind of whispering to themselves or to each other, like in the dome effect in the cathedral. And one of the things that you overheard, let's see, if I can go grab it again, or actually the things that you saw. Let me see, what was it? Ah, yeah, among the candles like since you were using sensitivity, among one of the
Mhm.
candles, it was a flame that actually was burning that did not give off heat or actual smoke
Mhm.
among the
Interesting.
candles themselves.
Mhm.
And I think give me a give me a day move.
Okay.
Yes.
What am I trying to avoid or accomplish here? Just so I know what kind of how I would act
Let me see. Hold on.
and what kind of attribute I would want to use.
I think you're gonna love this.
Oh, okay.
D.I. Pettigrew will be coming
Mm,
upon you, and
good.
he looks pissed.
Okay.
And
What's
I don't
his
know whether it's a good
choice?
idea that you deal with him in your particular state right now, but
Mm,
yeah,
well, probably not, but when has that ever stopped me?
yeah. So day move
Okay.
to determine like how bad the encounter is gonna be.
Well, I think I'm using presence for this one.
Okay. Oh, this should be great. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll see. Come on, guys. Be nice to me for once. It's an 8, so
All right. Oh
it's
shit.
kind of.
I did it again. I forgot to ask. It's like how bad do you think it's gonna be? Okay. So, um
Well, I can't tell you how bad I think what I would have answered. And I think the worst outcome that Mordecai was afraid of was that his games would bite him on the ass, and that this person was totally unhinged now and would try something physical, which Mordecai is not actually very good at.
mm, mm. Well, luckily for you, like not necessarily in a
Mm-hmm.
church. Although if it had been a miss, it probably would have gone quite awry.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's an 8,
Mm-hmm.
I think um, the eye Pettigrew comes upon you,
Mm-hmm.
and he is not looking too good. I mean, he was already
Mm-hmm.
looking kind of worried when he first brought this case over to Felix, but Felix is probably dismissive and didn't really notice
Mm-hmm.
anyway. Um,
Yeah.
Thanks to your wonderful
Mm-hmm.
curses or
Yeah.
whatever, like, it hasn't
Mm-hmm.
helped his sleep. But
Good.
he's even more upset now. Mr. Laurence,
Detective Pettigrew, the confessional's over there.
it is not me who needs to possibly confess. I had
Ah,
heard what had happened over at the auction house last night.
yes.
And I
Yes, there
also,
was a shooting, right?
yes, I had also
Well,
heard that,
it wasn't me.
no, but I had heard you and your companions were around
Oh,
when it had occurred.
and that is now cause for being interrogated by a detective in a church, no less. Well,
You seem, you and your colleagues seem to be quite evasive. Remember, or I don't know if Mr. Ocasio had stressed this, but trying to not draw the attention of the press. There's already
so
an issue in the paper. He pulls out like a raggedy, uh, uh, a raggedy copy of the paper, and like kind of slaps down on like one of the headlines in here, and like talking about the shooting over at the auction house.
yeah, I look vaguely through him and I say, there is something troubling you that
There are
has nothing to do with this case. Is
there
there
are
not?
there are many things troubling me.
Um, well, Mr. Pettigrew, Detective Pettigrew, excuse me. Maybe this might be something. Yes, there is something around you, something about you that's troubling you. as might one say, haunting you. Is there not?
And he's just staring at you with narrowed eyes.
Well,
I know from higher ups that Hargrave House is supposed to be a help against esoteric threats.
yes, so we are. Is this a roundabout way of you asking for my help?
Oh no, I've already asked for help through Mr. Ocasio, but I am not seeing quite as much evidence as I had hoped of that assistance, especially with these matters. So pardon if I decide to accost you in something as secular to you as a church.
Why do you think a church would be secular to me?
Perhaps I think you do not believe in the same things that they do.
I do not, but that doesn't mean the church is secular to me. Anyway, Inspector or whatever, Pettigrew, what do you want from me? I can give you something that might help you with your condition, but other than that, I'm not entirely sure what you want me to do here, and what incentive I would have to do so.
I don't know exactly what kind of particular influence is necessary for perhaps getting you to do your job just as I am being plagued to do. But
well, I can tell you one thing that would make me do my so-called job. Do not distract me while I am doing it. That would actually be helpful.
See that you do not get yourself and your colleagues in the paper any further than it is now. And then he'll slap the paper down on the ground as he turns on his heel and strides off.
Yes, and about your other problem, you can come to see me if you have thought of a price you will give me for dealing with it. And Mordecai's not shouting, but this is church, so it's pretty sure that.
Oh yeah, because of the domed effect and everything. Like he kind of like just slightly turns back and like looks at you over his shoulder, and like
I'm picking up the newspaper. I'm not paying him any more regard.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean like he's like looking back at you, and then like you can hear his snort from across the room as he leaves.
I'll get you out.
And yeah, he's let's see.
What's in the paper though?
Hold on, let me I want to give you a condition for this.
Annoyed?
The glaring eye, the glaring eye of a DI.
No, I don't think that's a condition. I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense because Mordecai is not afraid of him. He's annoyed. He's also a little suspicious of Felix because of this whole, and maybe annoyed with Felix more than with Pettigrew because these insinuations. If that makes sense.
So how you want to put that?
Yeah, annoyed with Felix.
Okay.
I mean, that's a natural condition of me, but now I'm even more annoyed because we had a talk this day and he never mention anything, and he does a lot of shit on himself. Well, we're supposed to be working together or something, and now this, well.
Are you supposed to be working together? Not sure exactly.
I mean, I think that was the basic conceit, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, I think he hadn't said, but yeah, he's like working under time and press attention. So, I mean, I think
Yeah.
there's gonna be a like a little bit in the paper. Hold on. Let me
Hmm.
see. And don't ask me to come up with a headline because it's like it's bad enough
Oh,
I have to come up with titles. So,
it's fine.
but the gist of the article is that yes, there was a shooting, like there was like, uh, someone dead,
Mhm.
uh, found in the auction house, um, thinking that there's like some kind of possible gang efforts or something like that in the in the city, and or not the city, but like in the environs, and D.I. Mackenzie, who is basically Pettigrew's like
Mhm.
rival in the city of London police, like made a statement of like well, I mean, if it
Yeah.
if it had happened over in the city, then it's like it would have been taken care of or been prevented completely, as opposed to D.I. Pettigrew like running around and chasing after his own tail and not getting anything done.
Yeah, that's
So,
might be a fair assessment.
but yeah, and like he'll make a little crack about like some supposed help that D.I. Pettigrew uh, has had over Greater London and doesn't seem to be getting it. So yeah, he'll make that statement as well.
Mhm.
Quotable, of course, by Fleet Street for this paper.
Okay.
So, all right.
I'll keep the paper.
Oh, oh no, Kathleen.
Well,
Oh no.
well,
But
well,
anyway, if you want to keep the paper and go ahead and put it add it to your personal
oh,
quarters, go ahead.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Um, let's wait because Mike just stepped off, and then like Kathleen's out.
Okay. Yeah.
Goodness oh
Well,
gracious.
I would step out, but my washing machine is not yet done.
Yeah, exactly. Ah,
So,
not quite that time for break. Of course, it's not quite that time yet.
no, it's a little early for a break.
Mhm, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you the secret now that I've never told anyone.
Oh, like, do you have one? I mean,
I mean,
if you have it, go
I,
ahead.
oh, I have it. I
Okay.
have it.
All right.
But then the others won't hear it. But I mean, that might be the point.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's up to you. I mean, like, if you want to do it now, I mean, like, it's on recording. So if they really want to find out, they have to watch.
Okay, yes, I like that. Okay, so the secret that Mordecai has not told anyone, especially not Felix, is that for a long time the entities did not speak in human speech, but lately they have started to. And sometimes they have whispered Felix's name. They seem to be interested in him. And that is a secret that Mordecai will not tell anyone, especially not Felix.
Hmm. Nice.
So, Mike, if you're seeing this, Mordecai has not told Felix.
Um, but I mean, like, is it only his name, or have they said other things in relation to his name?
No, I think they have mostly been a little more talky when it comes to Felix, and they have said his name, like go and look at Felix, go and touch Felix, stuff like that.
Oh, they've been goading you a little bit.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh,
Now,
wow.
Mordecai does not want to go and touch Felix.
Right, right, right.
It hasn't so far.
Wow. Okay, cool. Well, not cool for Mordecai, but I mean, like, who
Yeah.
knows? Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, it might be cool for Mordecai too to go and, well, anyway, probably not. The last time he touched Felix, that
Yeah.
didn't work out so well.
Well, I mean, like, he put Felix put Mordecai in a bind, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh no,
Yeah.
like what
Mm-hmm.
you can do this to save the situation, and
Mm-hmm.
like, and Mordecai was like, oh hell no,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yep.
that makes sense. Um, since we're waiting on Mike to get back, uh, where does where does Mordecai want to go now? Now that
Um,
Pettigrew has stormed off and he's gotten a little bit of, you know.
um, I think, well, he's seen that candle,
Hmm.
and that is not intrinsic to the candle itself, right? That light. That's just a normal candle
Yeah,
burning with this weird flame. Okay,
yeah.
okay. So looking at the candle maker doesn't make any sense. What does he want to do? I think Angel of Truth is still kind of interesting, isn't it? More interesting at least. Oh, the King of Shadows, that's the whole play thing, right?
Yeah, you
That's
still have to figure out
interesting.
where the hell the new
Yeah, yeah.
what's going
So
to be.
he'll go to the George and Dragon in the hopes that someone there can
Oh,
tell him.
nice. Okay, cool. Flipping back
And
to yeah.
also to see what Felix has been up to there. That's not something he's admitting even to himself, but it's kind of there,
Okay.
you know?
And what Felix has been doing there. Okay. All right. I'm gonna flip back to Ellie and find out where Ellie wants to go now. Ellie, yeah. I mean, you see Lost Lucy collapse, but yet you're like maybe sunk in the memory just a little bit. But what do you want to do now? Do you want to like again book it, or do you want to um, go somewhere else?
I think I'm having a bit of a sour grapes reaction to this particular investigation
Mm.
of just I don't want to do that anyway. Uh
No. Okay. Okay.
so I think I'm gonna shift gears uh and look into the King in Shadows
Okay.
situation. Specifically, I want to sniff around the chapel where the last performance was.
Okay. So Ronley. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So Ronley Chapel. Can't remember if we've.
We have not been there yet.
Okay. Great. All right. Sorry, the other group was doing this as well, and it's like it's always confusing when I'm like, oh God, did you guys get here or yet or what? All right. Um, because they definitely have. Anyway, Ronley Chapel. Again, stone's throw away from Hargrave House. It's under renovations, paint cans and scaffolding because they were yeah like trying to fix it up after the play. The outside din of passerby. The basement is dimly lit and contains only a shoddy wooden stage and canvas backdrop. So paint the scene. This place has been touched by madness, but some elements of it almost seem too mundane. What are they?
Okay. Oh, I think someone left a sandwich or something
Mm,
like a snack sitting, probably the repair crew, but you never know, right?
yeah.
Sitting somewhere where you can see it. But if you come closer, you see a spider sitting on the sandwich, and it's not sitting there by chance, almost like it's doing something with its legs, like maybe like the director of an orchestra. But that's only if you go and really look at it.
I think among the the detritus from both the renovations and the stage setup. There are, of course, uh, bits of scrap wood and tools and things like that. Um, and there are some nails laid out ready to be used. that have been laid out almost too neatly. Just a long row of, you know, carpenter's nails, just in a very neat little line.
Okay.
What location is this?
This is Ronley Chapel, the previous place of the King in Shadows play,
Oh,
and
jeez. Okay.
and the prompt is in the chat.
And what clues? You said that there were nails that have just been laid out.
Hmm.
Yeah, and a sandwich with a spider sitting on it. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
the chapel is under renovation. The basement has uh a stage
Yeah,
in it.
shoddy wooden stage.
There are some warning signs to ward off any passersby, trespassing, everything else. You see it in English and then in French, and then a third language that doesn't look like any other normal language, and then a fourth one that your eyes just kind of hurt as you try to focus in on it.
Nice.
Yes, Mordecai, it could be Sumerian again.
Sumerian again.
Damn it, could have been Akkadian. I know, but Sumerian, fucking Sumerian.
Meanwhile, Felix looks at the sign. That can't stop me. I can't read.
Oh
Like,
my gosh, amazing. Amazing. Oh gosh. Okay, so anyway, this is this is what you see as you approach and go into Ranley. And I think when you head into Ranley, you're greeted by a woman with a cherubic face. She's short, she's got wavy brown hair, and she's got modest garments. It looks like she's been helping with the cleanup and everything, and she introduces herself. Oh, hello. I'm Marie Litton. I'm the manager here. I did a bit of acting, and now I try to manage this place after in the aftermath. And she's carrying a broom. Um, can I help you?
Yeah, I heard that there was an extraordinary play here, and I wanted to know more about it. Nobody seems to be able to tell me much, and uh,
Uh, yes. I am. She'll kind of absent-mindedly start sweeping as she's talking to you. Uh, I am hopeful for the artistic legacy of this future establishment once the renovations are over, but I I do worry that the scandal of the play will uh, derail those plans. Um, yes, it's a strange play. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I only very small snippets. I don't know much about it at all.
Those who have viewed it are never the same, as I've seen, unfortunately. They and she kind of leans on her brim a little bit, and those that are obsessive enough to return are definitely not themselves after a while. I mean,
Have you seen it?
yeah, yes, uh, but it's art. Sometimes art is more woeful than life. But the whole second act, for instance, was just two people rowing together in an imaginary boat with imaginary oars and down an imaginary river. I imagine theatre of the mind, yes, but there was an occasional punctuation of wailing from the chorus. I mean, Hamlet, it is not.
Sounds very peculiar indeed.
Yes. And yet, it has affected many that have come to see it. I'm quite glad I've seen the back of it, to be honest with you, as she continues to sweep. She finds the sandwich and then she'll kind of like pick it up and put it in a bin.
So who are the performers?
I couldn't say. They all seem to come very serious. And it is almost as if they are just as affected, but even more so, because they are in it. It's hard to explain. I think once you see it for yourself, you'll understand what I mean. I'm almost hoping you don't. At least from what I hear, how it has affected people.
And if I did want to see it, how would I find it? It seems to move around.
Yeah, just go ahead and make an
Yeah.
information move, like how you think you want to. I mean, if questioning, I guess, would be like through presence.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, yeah, I fully expect she probably can't tell me anything terribly useful here,
No.
but I have to try,
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Uh, so yeah, I'll take an 8. That's all right. Um, I'm trying like crazy to not lie or misrepresent myself in this conversation because I'm spooked now.
Sure, sure, sure.
But
Okay, so basically your question was,
how can I find the performance? And she may well not tell me, but she might give me something useful.
yes, exactly. So let me just take a look at what I've got so far, which is like one thing. So this makes it a little bit easier on me. Okay. And that was a created clue, so that's even more awesome. She considers your question just for a moment, faster than I did to find the clue. But I think she'll pull something out of her pocket, and it looks like an old ticket, an old playbill, and it's just crudely printed. But one of the major things that you see in the picture on the playbill is like these people going towards a big figure, like a large looming figure in the playbill. But in the face of the figure, the crowned figure looming, is some kind of strange design, some kind of strange sigil. And then she'll like hold it out to you and she'll tap on it. It's like, see this? This is supposedly the symbol that was scrawled or marked on our door before the cast and the play had come to perform here.
Hmm.
And when I went to look, after they left, the mark was no longer on the door. I think that if you try to find this particular sigil, you'll know, or at least you'll have an idea of where they're considering performing next.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes. And so I'm going to write this down, that a shadowy sigil appears on the building. Build it before the play comes to perform.
Well,
And you're welcome to take this. I don't Need a souvenir.
Nice.
And you're welcome to put that into your personal quarters. A playbill showing the looming figure of the king and supposedly king in shadows with the sigil on it. However you want to write that. And as we sink into the vision of the playbill, we fade into where is Felix right now?
I'm trying to figure that out. Dusk phase or
I
like
mean,
end of day
yeah,
phase?
how do we, if you want to just narrate like, how we see Felix ending day phase, we can perfectly go into dusk phase. I'm happy with that.
Hmm.
Because that pulls us into like our hour. We could take a break and then start dusk phase with answer a question in earnest, like see what you guys want to do. So yeah.
Hmm. I think we fade to Felix in the map room. I think that's a good place for us to just kind of leave it there.
Okay, all right. Oh, and by the way, since you two were missing, Mordecai's already done his mask removed.
Oh, very nice. I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, and the only way you're gonna find out is by actually watching, because I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm looking forward to that.
Do you want to try to answer a question now, or do you want to take your break first and then like ponder a question? What do you want to do?
Um, let's pick the question
Sure.
and then ponder theories over the break.
And I will say this, you do have enough to answer one of the resolve questions, or what actually you can
We
answer
could
one of the
resolve Azure
questions.
Eyes. Yeah.
Well, right, but you can also answer one of the questions on black and white and red all over. I don't care which question it is. And I'm not keeping you guys to the thing that looks like we can only answer the question at a time. I mean, like, answer as many questions as you want, because we're hitting near the
Yeah.
end. So, like, if you want to answer something out of black and white and red all over, go for it, because what the hell, might as well, right?
I kind of want to befriend the Jinn like
Right.
before we go to the
See what the move
mastermind
is.
threat.
See what
Yeah.
the move is. Sure.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
me too, me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But I
also,
also want to finish the Azure Eyes.
yeah.
Oh God, yes,
Yeah.
please. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So like finish off the Azure Eyes thing like by answering the
Mhm.
question, and then
Yeah.
like, if you want to do the befriend the Jinn question, so this
Mhm.
way you can see what the move is and like, gain another hopefully another advantage.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. You
Let's
guys
do
have enough
that.
clues for that. So now that we've established
Cool.
that, let's go ahead and take the 10-minute break. Refresh beverages and all that fun stuff,
Mhm.
and then when we come back, we'll answer stuff and start dusk phase.
Okay.
All right, see
Cool.
you in 10. Okay, we're back, and we are going to head into dusk phase, which players may attempt to answer a question if they have collected enough clues and wish to do so. And yeah, so, and if you want to, again, if you want to answer more than one question, who am I to say no? So, dusk phase. What do you want to do first? And do you have a theory?
Yeah.
I have a theory. Somebody else has a theory?
For which?
For the Azure Eyes.
All
Okay.
right. So, Order of Azure Eyes. Order is not real. What is Klauser, hold on, Dr. Klauser up to? Sorry. Resolve the threat by confronting Dr. Klauser and satisfying yourself that he means no harm to London, or, failing that, by putting a stop to his plans. A complexity 4, and you guys, again, have 8 clues available to explain. A folder with patient notes describing how little or how much progress each of them has made and who might be ready to convene with the lady. Dr. Klauser's private journal detailing his hypnotherapeutic work and repeated references to the coming of the Azure Lady. A small dropper bottle holding a liquid of iridescent blue. The first time a hunter applies a few drops to their eyes, they take the condition Azure Eyes. While they have the condition, they may uncover an extra clue on the information move. The condition clears naturally during the next dawn phase. A TBH, somebody owes a clue between Mordecai and Acheron, just throw something in there later on. A painting showing an ethereal looking figure with bright blue eyes that seem a bit too realistic. A book on occult botany with many dog-eared pages and notes scribbled along the margins. A sketchbook full of drawings of eyes, hands, and human organs. And an inkblot warps, changing to the phrase, "I am real."
So my thought here would be that for whatever reason, Dr. Klauser has managed to get his scrubby little hands on the spirit or on something of one of Apollo's naiads or dryads. So Apollo is known for being a healer. And I think Dr. Klauser thinks he's doing good by having apprehended this dryad and using it to help people. Only like the naiad, dryad, whatever, might not be too happy about the whole situation there.
I think that's a solid theory. That
Yeah.
that works for me. So, and then I'm thinking dryad because of the botany angle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And
maybe
she presumably taught him
yeah.
things that it's the notes and such in the book are things that she told him.
Yeah.
The painting must be of her.
Yes. And I think the thing where the inkblot words change to a phrase is the dryad, sorry, are trying to get someone to help her to get away from this guy. Because she's not there willingly. She might be willing to help people, but not like that. And I think she also might have told Klauser to make this Azure Eye liquid to help him see stuff, and he might have used that to actually imprison her, and that's why people die of it, because he's not perfect in what he's doing, right?
Right. He's not doing it correctly.
Yeah. The Azure Eyes liquid only works when the dryad is helping. Otherwise, it will kill people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And the patient notes are, of course, when he's keeping track of when each person he feels is going to be convening with the lady is what he calls using the eye drops.
Yeah. Yes, and he believes that will open their minds to the cosmos or whatever. It helped him. It definitely helped him. That dude has a ton of unresolved issues, I think.
What about this sketchbook?
Where's the sketchbook? There's the
sketchbook full of drawings.
I got something dark, but I gotta check the safety tab. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're cool. Vivisections of the dryad.
And she would
they're not human organs, in fact.
Just human adjacent. I think and I think that also contributes to this thing is not happy to be here.
Yeah.
Obviously not, no.
Yeah.
No.
Klauser is quite literally meddling with things beyond human understanding.
And for the vulnerable scene, I might have a thing.
Okay.
Because this is a dryad and her flower, I guess, she is related to some kind of flower or something, right? And it has to be something blue. Now, someone knows more about flowers may help me here. Something that is blue that may be used for helping or poisoning.
Everybody jumps to the internet.
Yep.
Blue Lotus.
Monk's Hood.
Yeah. Monk's Hood is blue. Oh.
It can be.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that is Monk's Hood, obviously.
Also known as Wolf's Bane?
Oh. It's super toxic. Monk's Hood, Aconite, Wolf's Bane.
Yeah.
So that's what's growing around Klauser's office.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how you want to put the clue in? Monk's Bane.
Let's call it aconite. That sounds more more fitting with the A's. Aconite growing around Klauser's office. And that's probably the dryad trying to get someone to notice.
Oh, wow. Amazing. So yeah,
Or
like
maybe she just wants Apollo's attention for it to come.
that could be it too. I mean, like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
In
so
which case, Klauser is going to be lucky if it's just Hargrave House that happens to him.
Yep.
Uh,
Yes. Yes. Okay. So I don't think he means harm to London, but I don't know if we're all that comfortable with the Dryad being imprisoned like that.
No, professional
yeah.
courtesy demands that I go help my fellow Greek mythology character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And because but both on the professional courtesy level and on the Divine Wrath tends not to be super narrowly targeted, so it could be bad if
So
Apollo
Yeah.
true.
Yes, and Apollo has been known to be a kind of vengeful bitch, right?
yeah,
Yes.
it's not pleasant.
Yeah, not good for London if
Yeah.
Apollo comes down smiting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to
Yeah.
go ahead and like add that blue flower clue to your TBH. Yeah.
Yes,
And
I
then
will
you can
do
take full
so.
advantage of the +4. Who wants to roll? Or it could
Wait,
be
do we-
one like two people, one die each.
I think Kathleen and
Oh,
Sabine each
wait.
get a die.
Yeah, we also have the Mask of Catharsis that we can just still use, right? Can we?
Yeah.
Because we haven't used it yet, and it's a shame to not have all these lore about the characters.
I mean, let's put it
Yeah.
this way. So, I
Yeah.
mean, like if it is hold on, brain. If it is a miss, obviously you can use the mask. If it is a mixed result, you can bump it up to totally succeed and it's great. It's fine. But if like, you know, everything's great and fine, then there's a possibility of using it also during the night phase as well. So,
Oh, okay.
But again, like you can decide after you roll to see how it
Right.
looks.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, okay. So Kathleen and I get a die, right?
yeah.
Yep.
One die each.
Okay.
Let's see how that goes. Oh, okay. It's a very mixed result.
7 plus 4 is 11.
Oh, 7
so
plus 4
11.
is 11. Oh, wow, okay.
yeah, so you're good.
Okay.
We're good.
You're good.
Okay. And we can use the mask in the night phase for resolving the Azure Eyes thing. Okay, cool.
Although, I mean, I'll offer it again. Because you rolled so well, I mean, you can you could just as easily narrate again, straight narration about like the fantastic job y'all did. And then we can alternate that with, instead of an unseen, we can alternate it with another Hargrave House room.
Like
with
that.
another possible move. So
one question. Can we bump the 11 up to 12 with the
Yes.
mask?
and then get the master.
Get another mastermind clue. I think we should do that, actually.
Aren't we full up on mastermind clues?
You didn't get all 20, so I mean, like, I'm going to say
okay.
no. Kathleen,
Okay.
stop that. Stop getting excited. You get and again, it's like, that's only if you guys choose to answer the mastermind question before you get to, whatever. I mean, okay, hold on. Out of character before we deal with this thing.
Yeah.
All right. So the way the new rules work, as far as I understand it, is at any point after the layers of history have been revealed, which they all have, the keeper or you guys can answer the mastermind question, which is, how does the mastermind intend to destroy the crown? That is a complexity 8. So at any point now, you can answer that question. Now, depending on how you answer the question, if it is a miss, no matter how good your theory is, if it's a miss, then you automatically trigger the assault. So the assault will happen no matter what. If you succeed, if you get a hit, then you can go to the confrontation.
Okay.
Like straight to the confrontation, no assault, no assault needed. You just go straight to the confrontation.
Right.
Okay.
That's the new rules.
Nice.
I give you the option. I mean, like, the other group is planning on answering the mastermind question and accepting the result of whatever happens with their particular mastermind question. You guys, I'm giving, since it's a play test, I'm giving you the option Do you want to go through the assault, or do you want to let random chance determine whether you do or not and go straight to the confrontation? That's that. So just keep that in mind. I mean, because otherwise, I'm just going to spring the assault on you anyway, because this is prime time. You guys are just like so vulnerable and just like, in a state of weirdness right now, especially with the King in Shadows. My God. So,
Yeah, that makes everything all the weirder.
yes. So, I mean, we're coming down the wire. This is pretty much like the wire. So after you take care of whatever you're going to take care of in the night phase, I leave it to you to decide, like, if you want that option or if you're going to let random chance take that option. So
Very curious about the assault.
Yeah, I want to deal with the assault.
okay. All right, because I'm kind of glad about that, because the assault for you guys is going to be special. This won't be anything that I will write in for anybody else.
Oh,
we get our own special
all
assault.
right.
You get your own special. You will get your own special one, and I think the reason will be very apparent once you see what I do.
Okay.
We are very entangled with some of the inhabitants of Wreath Hall. So
Is that what we're calling it now? Entangled?
It's a good word.
It's a good word, especially with the flowers and the botany and all this kind of shit. So anyway, okay. All right. So again, you want to bump it up by using up that mask too. Brain mask of the. Why do I keep scrolling over it?
Catharsis.
That mask of
Azure
catharsis. Yep. Each hunter narrates a flashback to a time they felt released of all their burdens. Want to do it? Want to do it?
Sure. Don't know. Oh yeah, I know.
That is up to you guys. I mean,
I'd kind of want to save it for result. Well, we're just gonna be narrating, aren't we?
We're good. If we're narrating, I was thinking the
because
same
it's
thing.
so
But
it's so good. Yeah.
If we're just narrating, we don't need the mask for bumping up our olds during the whatever.
Okay.
You know?
All right. So, mask of catharsis. So basically, I need mask removed from Felix and from Mordecai. From
Ellie.
Ellie, thank you, and possibly even the rights. And then mask of catharsis from everyone.
Okay.
Yep. So I'll just make a note of that. Mask of catharsis for narration and to bump it up to a 12. Okay, great. Fabulous. So instead of doing an unseen, let me pick out our crib house. Oh God! Oh no! I mean, and I have no idea what each of the rooms do. I have not looked at them, so I've not looked at them in advance. So I mean, if I pick on random, it's random. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
And do we also want to answer the auxiliary question for black and white and red all over?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that first? Okay, go ahead. Actually, go. You guys start discussing that while I try to figure out what room I want to pick for the for the night phase. Go ahead.
Okay, so how did Suleiman Barker befriend the Jinn? The clues we have on the table are a newspaper clipping detailing the life and times of Mackenzie, posh cop. A white feather melting like a snowflake. Newspaper clipping about Felix being publicly spurned by Madame Beaumont. Little gifts left at odd places on Fleet Street. A selfless act of kindness, and a flame burning that gives off neither heat nor smoke.
Now, heatless flame or smokeless flames are a clear sign of Jinn. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking the little gifts are not to the Jinn. I think they are an expression of the kindness and openness that let the Jinn know that Burker is a safe person.
Hmm.
I think he leaves little gifts not just for people, but for stray animals or possibly even for more mystical things as
Okay.
well.
Mhm.
And it's just a habit that he's developed of sort of tucking these things here and there as he moves about the city.
I've got two potential things depending on how supernatural we want to make him.
Mhm.
On the less supernatural side, I think he is like the most positive version of like an information broker and like safe house provider for supernatural entities.
Mhm.
Angels who have fallen down on hard times, jinn who are in a nation that they don't understand, dryads and everything else that have been kidnapped by weird scientists and whatnot. Like
Okay.
he keeps tabs on everything, everyone, and is just generally welcoming and like provides protection. On the more supernatural side, uh this guy is just like Tom Bombadil. Like he has been around since like Londinium, and he
Mhm.
just has always had like a little shop, and he always
Mhm.
provides care, and he's very
Mhm.
powerful within his shop. But otherwise he just kind of goes around and is friendly and does his thing.
I love that. I have another idea, or that might be the same. He might actually be a former angel, not a fallen one, but a former one.
He's
Like
retired
the,
from the
yeah,
surface.
yeah, maybe not. Maybe he's the angel of London, actually, or
Okay.
whatever
Ooh.
angel was before. Let's jump. That would explain the feather, because
Yeah.
we need
Okay.
some clues to tie into the whole thing.
He's
And I
he's
love that.
on assignment. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not on a sign. Maybe it's just it has become its own thing. I like the Tom Bombadil of London idea
Yeah,
really, really a lot. But that no, doesn't mean he couldn't. I mean, Tom Bombadil is, I think, if you go into the
Hmm.
myth of Middle Earth, he is a Maya, so he is actually a former
Yeah.
power thing that might
right.
be interpreted as an angel if you went to Christianity. So,
Yeah.
you know,
All in
Yeah,
favor of turning this barber into Tom Bombadil?
Oh my God, what?
sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. I
All
like
right.
it.
totally.
So, let's see. Did you use all of the clues?
No, we're still working on it, I
Okay,
think.
got
There's
it.
no, we've got two. Selfless acts of kindness will tie into this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the flame burning that gives off neither heat nor smoke, that might be just one of the refuges that the jinn have that he has provided in
Yeah.
St. Paul's or whatever,
You
right?
know, it could even be that one of the jinn lit a candle, so to speak, in tribute to the help that
Hmm.
he has provided,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
in
Oh, that's
thanks.
nice. Yes,
That's cool. I
yes.
like that.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So we have four clues and we only need two. And then the complexity is only two, and I think with plus two we're good,
Oh,
right?
no, no,
Uh,
And
com
it,
no, it's complexity four.
it's complexity
oh, it's
four.
complexity four. Okay, then
Yeah.
we
So
might
we,
want to tell
yeah, working on it a little bit more.
newspaper clippings. Huh.
Let's see.
I think that like he's still informed about what's
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
going on, especially since the Felix and Madame Beaumont thing involves two significant
Yeah.
supernatural entities, and he
Mm-hmm.
likes to know who's in his neighborhood.
I like that. And maybe the other one is the whole thing with Mackenzie is a bit of a false lead, because what else the newspaper clipping has is an ad for his barbershop
Oh,
with
wow.
some symbols that will tell the let's see, occultly inclined people that there's something more going on
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
than
Mhm.
just beard trimming.
Nice. Okay, I'd take that. That's cool. I
I
like it. I
like
like how
it.
you're twisting a clue for sure. Yeah. talk about contextualizing. All right, so then that gives you a +2
Yeah,
on the complexity 4. So who's a Roland?
I think Kathleen came up with the original theory, and then we all contributed, but I already rolled, so Mike, why don't you do the honors?
All right.
And also, I rolled terribly and don't want to do that.
I will gladly roll one die.
I will roll the other.
Cool.
No, 9 + 2.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
All right.
just very good at this.
Okay.
We
So
are.
Suleiman is the Angel of London.
Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah.
explain that in the question.
Granting care and succor, providing shelter and succor to supernatural entities and the occultly inclined was your language, Sabine?
Yeah, yeah. Is that bad English?
No,
I like it.
No, I like
that's
that.
a good way of putting it. In some ways, it's surprising that he and Hargrave House haven't crossed over before, but at the same time, he's so dang positive, and we're,
I mean,
Dark, admit it, dark.
yeah. Oh, I was going
we're
to say, not the heroes London needs, but the heroes London deserves.
Oh wow,
Maybe
man. Amazing,
and I mean
amazing.
there was a little bit of connection before, right? Even
a
before we came
little
to
bit,
this.
but not.
But maybe that's more like him trying to get the feelers out for what Hargrave House is about. And Mordecai noticing in the barber announcement, oh, symbols, let's go and check this out.
All right,
This also
so
makes sense.
And then for the Klauser thing, Klauser's kidnapped
Oh,
one of Apollo's naiads
yeah.
Dryads.
and
Yeah.
dryads. Okay.
Yeah.
Naiads is the
Dryads.
sea.
It's
Sorry.
the water thing is.
And he's harvesting the blue drops,
Or she taught him, but the blue drops let people commune with her, I think.
okay.
Uh, and she's being forced
Okay.
to work with people
Yeah.
or
Okay.
something.
And if we're going to go a little darker, the blue drops contain at least some of her blood, which kind of blue. Also very poisonous,
Yeah,
Mhm.
considering.
because of the monk's bane, the wolf's
Yeah.
bane. Yep,
Mhm.
Aconite. Yep. And then
Monk's
let
Hood
me
is, I think, the name, right?
Monk's Hood. Yeah,
Yep.
because get the two mixed up. All right. All right. Let me post in what you get for answering that question. Actually, I'll post it in the chat, and then if you could figure out where you want to put it, like to make it available for everyone, you
Mhm.
can. You get a favor of the Jinn, which means
Mhm.
every hunter who takes steps to befriend Suleiman or one of the Jinn may add favor of the Jinn to their personal quarters. If a hunter rolls a 10 plus while using favor of the Jinn, they may accept a complication on their roll instead of marking the favor.
Interesting. Okay.
That's a neat mechanic.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Huh.
I mean, like that means you can continue to use it. Like if you do 10 plus
Let's see.
instead of marking it off as being completely done.
Cool.
So,
I like that. And also, if we manage to, and we will, free the Naiad, we know where to take it.
hmm
Yeah. I love it when we cross over threats that way.
I
Mhm.
think this is great
Mhm.
because it's like you know contrary to what Pettigrew thinks, it's like you are trying, you know.
hmm
So
We're
Okay.
making
yeah.
things better, dang it.
Yeah, he just doesn't see it, but that's
No.
not our problem. That's at least what Mordecai wants to think. Or thinks because his reason is now severely diminished.
All right. So given that, so you don't have to do anything about obviously the Suleiman thing. So that's good. You just have to start making friends with with Jin, and I'm perfectly happy if you want to use Suleiman's barbershop as a refuge, or if you want to see if you can find any Jin or like, if you want to try to call upon that favor, I will make a djinn available. Okay, so just know
Cool.
that. And then for the resolution of the threat for Order of Azure Eyes, is the thing trying to pull off a rescue, a rescue heist? Is that basically what you're going to try to do
Yes.
for the
Yeah.
narration? Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, make your plans of like, who's doing what, how, and whatever, because your Hargrave House room is going to be the library. Now I know we described the library way back in the beginning, but
Mhm.
that was before we brought in all of these prompt things. So we're going to do the library,
Mhm.
and describe it again according to what it has here because it gives you
Okay.
stuff. So
Stuff.
gives you stuff, and I'm going to say, let's see, paint the scene. Let's see. I'm gonna get everybody as usual for the first one. Second prompt will be. I want to start using your character names, and that's silly. Sorry. Second prompt is Kathleen. Third prompt is Sabine. Fourth prompt is Mike. All right. And then once that's all done, then whatever. But let's see. Do you want to go in that order, or do you want me to mix it up for the
Hmm?
threat resolution prompts? I mean, for the threat resolution narrations.
Oh,
So
so it's
everybody, Kathleen, Sabine, Mike.
I think mix it up for that.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Makes
Okay.
more sense.
Yeah. Okay. So I give you this transition period. Hold on. Let's go through everything first. Dusk phase is not over yet. All right. So
Oh, all right.
yeah. Resolve
Yeah,
any
Dusk phase
playbook
isn't
moves.
over yet.
Resolve any
Oh
playbook
no.
moves or special moves that are resolved during the dusk
Oh
phase.
no.
Okie dokie.
Smoky.
Okie dokie.
Dusk phase. All right.
So I think I may need to uh give myself a bit of an edge using an item for my personal quarters here because
You're
uh
grieving.
yeah.
And it's not fair is like your emotional state is fucked. So I mean
My
like you're
emotional
gonna need
state is fucked, and so I need to find a way to, you know, at least try to give myself a little equilibrium here.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think I'm gonna, wow, too many of these are like too intimately connected to things that are too painful. Uh,
the average Hargrave House hunter looking through their personal quarters. No, too much trauma.
I'm gonna use
So
my
true.
spurs. Uh,
The ones that
because
Felix
they're
conveniently
sort of,
borrowed.
yeah, they, dagnabbit. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna use my silver spurs because they remind me of, uh, just the transition from my constrained life to my free life.
Okay.
Uh, they were kind of my first purchase in celebration of who I want to be now.
Okay. So basically straight roll, but with composure or sensitivity.
Yep. Okay, so it's gonna be sensitivity.
2d6 plus sensitivity.
Yep. Okay. Here we go. Oh, good grief.
What the hell?
Okay, so that's going to be another mask.
Make it up. What?
Why?
Why?
Three
Who?
masks in one session is a bit absurd,
I don't know what to tell
but
you because Witch Dice obviously wants Ellie to go through something.
yep.
Something. So you're gonna use a mask. Which mask?
I think I'm gonna have to I'm gonna go with Darkened Threshold, narrate a scene in which you hurt an innocent because of your curse.
Oh God.
Oh no, the oh God is when I do Mask of the Past where I narrate the big one.
Yeah. But
Um,
this is still not good. I mean, this is
no, it is
still not
not.
good. Because that means that like you are drained. So you add
Hmm.
that. And you are, because you're drained, you're probably uh, getting like feral.
Hmm.
And yeah, like you're gonna have to include in your narration like how this happens with Dark and Threshold, I'm sure. Or like you keep it together for the dealing with the threat, but something happens afterwards where you decide how you want to play that, Kathleen. But I mean, I'll tell you, like that's got to happen, like
Hmm.
in night
Hmm.
phase for sure somehow. Oh boys, damn. Okay, 7 to 9. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see what else. 'Cause all right, so obviously we're going to be doing combo because you guys rolled so damn well. I mean, like, so take heart. You at least answered the questions like with phenomenal rolls, okay?
Oh
So
yes.
that's awesome. So like you're dealing with, hold on, like so I can do this. You're resolving um Order of Azure Eyes with a rescue and however you want to deal with Klauser and his bodyguard. And then we're going to alternate that with the Hargrave House library prompts. Okay, so let me figure this out. Please take this opportunity, now that we're through dusk phase, to transition into any vulnerable scenes you'd like to do before you go face nighttime. Go. While I figure out like what kind of order I want to do for the narrations. So,
Yeah, I could definitely use something because I am a fucking mess right now.
mm.
Uh,
You
Grieving,
know,
it's not fair and drained.
you
Good
know who
Lord.
can help you with your grieving? Have you considered talking to the guy who tells nothing but the truth right now?
Oh gods.
Who's going to tell you the harshest truths that you need? Who's going to offer you a helping hand at this time where you're drained and nearly feral?
Or you could just talk to Mordecai. He would help you. If you don't want to go into all the emotional trauma, you know?
Or maybe Witch Dice is telling you you need to deal with this shit now, dear.
Yeah, that might
I
be
know,
the.
I know which Ellie would pick. I'm trying to
Mhm.
decide which is better as a player. Because, yeah. As a player, I absolutely think that Felix has potential to be a tremendous scene.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, go for it.
yeah, I
Just
think I
saying.
think I think Ellie is absolutely not setting out to talk to Felix, which probably means that she's going to smoke up in the niche and he's just going to go and bother her.
Yeah.
If that works for you. Uh,
Mm,
or would you rather she comes looking?
you come looking.
Okay.
And I think you find him in the map room with an old set of bone dice, just rolling them, and he's just looking at that central orrery.
So what are you doing?
Trying to decide whether I should stay or whether I should go. There's so much trouble here, so much mess and ick and mire.
So you're just gonna ditch. You're just gonna walk out on the problems that you have had a big hand in causing.
Quite rich coming from you, running away from responsibility and trying to find a different horizon. Are you really going to throw that stone so harsh? Play game with me, Ellie. He slams down the dice.
What kind of stakes we talking here?
Whoever wins tells the other one whether they should stay or go. You want to meddle in my life, my thousands of years of living? You want to hold me true to my responsibilities? Here's your chance. And I can do the very same to you. So heartbroken. He's just one man mourning the death of someone that you cared for, and you can't bring either of them back. And I see it in your eyes, Ellie. You want to leave as much as I do. Am I wrong?
I scoop up the dice. So is this a thing that you do? You just make a mess, walk out, start over? That works for you?
I don't make messes, Ellie. Humans do that all by themselves. Do you know how frustrating it is to give people every opportunity to make the right choice and they never do?
Maybe part of the problem is that you're defining what the right choice is.
Look out there, Ellie. Look out there at the streets of London, the muck and the mire, the industry, the smog covered streets, and tell me that mankind is making the best decisions they can on their own. They've long abandoned the gods, even though the gods haven't abandoned them, clearly.
En masse, maybe not. Well, definitely not. Most people are muddling through the best they can, though, I think. They don't have all the perspective that you do. They can't look at things from the outside. We poor, pathetic mortals just gotta muddle through.
I could change those dice, you know.
Yeah.
This
I know you
entire
could.
thing is a farce.
Yeah, I know. It's the only game in town. That's what being human is.
Knowing that the game is rigged and still being willing to play.
What alternative do we have?
Roll.
Do. Not even looking at the dice, just looking at your face.
Felix picks them up before you can look at the number. I made a mess. I accept responsibility for that. It was part of a different life, a different time. And I paid that cost. And then I was sent here to take care of things. And I continue to make more messes and more trouble. Why am I even bothering to play this game? He puts down the dice without rolling. What's the point, Ellie? You don't want me here. Mordecai doesn't want me here. There's no reason for me to stay. If you're going to go and blaze your trail like a human, like a mortal, then all I'm going to do is cause trouble for you.
Yeah, too. But at the same time, that's the personal preference level, you might say. But what we're doing at Hargrave House is work. We are doing things. We are accomplishing something for the people of London.
More than
And
you know.
you have the ability to make a difference in that work. And because I care about the work, I want you to stay and grab a shovel and do your share.
Felix will pick up the dice, give them a throw. They bounce off the edge of the orrery without adjusting anything, and they land. And he says in the most even deadpan tone possible, "Oh no, we tied. How unexpected. I guess we'll have to tell each other what to do in this case."
Yes. Well, obviously I have no power to enforce this, but I say you should stay.
And I do have the power to enforce this, but I give you free choice, as I am bound to do. And I tell you to resist your darker urges and to stay. Felix will extend his hand.
Slightly unnerved by the extended hand because of memories, but I'll take your hand and shake it.
It lacks that tingle from before, that passing of a moment of divinity, and it's just warmth. You feel a dull heartbeat there. You feel someone who is a fellow mortal, if maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
I think we fade from there.
Conditions.
Nice. I think I'm getting rid of "it's not fair"
Okay.
because I have acknowledged and internalized, yeah, it's not fair, but we have to keep going.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of want to keep honesty at
You
last.
can.
Like it's
You
kind of
totally
freeing.
can.
It's kind of freeing to play Felix like this, like just pulling it all on the table there.
You totally can. If you want to keep it. Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mordecai, it's like if you want to have a vulnerable scene with someone.
I mean, you know me. I always want to have vulnerable scenes.
You have your choice. Who do you want to deal with right now? Because you've got relentless affection and annoyed by Felix. Who do you
Yeah,
want to deal with?
they're both very closely connected to one of the other player characters, which well, I think, however, who about among you wants to get rid of a condition more? Or
Ellie.
try to get rid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to get rid of
Okay,
to
strange.
get rid of something.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Cool.
So vice.
Yeah.
You just need a vice in play.
Yeah. Your vice or mine?
I think I need to put a pin into the Pettigrew thing now. This is annoying. That has annoyed me. And I'm mostly annoyed with Felix, but also annoyed with Pettigrew for his bullshit. So I think we will I think Mordecai might invite you to an evenings. Oh wait, no, he has to take care of the other stuff he messed up before. He wouldn't just or would he? How petty is he? Maybe I'll find you in the. Oh yes, that's a good question. How petty am I? So I find you. I'm looking for you in your smoking nook. Yeah, smoking niche. Like because I need someone. No, I don't. Well, yes, I do need someone to help me figure this out. What I should do now because okay, so I think I will find you there and I will say, Ellie, are you competent enough to Give me an advice.
We can talk. Yeah.
Good, good.
I'm just trying
I
to take a bit of an edge off, not get really messed up.
well, I will not criticize your way of taking the edge off. It is clearly your choice, and it has not impeded your abilities to function. So, yes, you will not mind if I do not
Oh, of
share.
course. Yeah. Just sit outside the curtain. It cuts the smoke enough. You should be fine.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you. So I came across Detective Inspector, I think he is, Pettigrew, in the church of all places, and he was incensed, I say, about the fact that he had bad press and now he's trying to blame us, whatever. And I was thinking I have to do something about the curse I put out and that hit an innocent person, but I also really, really want to finish my hunt of Pettigrew. But I do not have all the time in the world, I think. What would you do?
That's an interesting question because I wouldn't have put myself in this situation. But well,
We are very different,
yeah.
which is why I appreciate your perspective.
Well, I guess the question of what to do about Pettigrew is what kind of resolution you're looking for. I don't entirely understand your motivations in this, so I can't really say what's going to work until I have an idea of why you're.
I want to destroy him, which in this case means I want to make him lose his mind. He's pretty close.
Okay. So you want this to be pretty final, pretty not teach him a lesson, but get him out of the picture. Is your
He is a man of power. To teach him a lesson, maybe, I don't know. How can I phrase what I want to do here? I want him to be humbled and understand that the power he has is not his own, it comes from somewhere, and the way he's using it is unjust. And maybe will never be just because the power structure in this country is so, how do they say in the streets, a bit fucked up. And he is a representative of this. Maybe I want him to run out in the streets and yell and then call for justice. Maybe I want him to see that what he's doing, but I am a realist. Men like these, I don't think they will ever realize. And why would they? The status quo protects them. And going against it will harm them. So maybe I just want him
right.
broken in that way that he will understand this.
I'm not sure how you'd go about that.
Yeah, I know
I
how to
mean,
break him. He's very close, as I said, but
yeah, if
yes.
you're just trying to get him
Mm,
an asylum, I'm sure that's well within your
yes. Yes, he, as I
capabilities.
said, he is pretty close. Mm,
But
I don't. Maybe I should just rectify my mistakes before doing this. Damn Felix, you know? You think you know who you are and what you're about, and then he asks you a question, you're suddenly, wait a minute. You had that feeling?
yeah, he's
And
very
then
good
you
at
and
holding
then
up
you
that mirror.
yeah, but then you think he's wise and knows stuff. And then you realize, no, he's just playing. That's the thing. This all feels like it's a game to him. He has been talking to Pettigrew about things that he has obviously not informed, at least me, about. And that has been this thing. He's playing his own game. He's not playing a game with us. We're just incidental.
I don't know. I don't know. I just had a talk with him,
Huh.
and I think he's more affected by recent events than he really wants to.
I see now. Or is it just play acting? That's what I cannot figure out.
He's a hard one to read, but
Yes, he definitely is. I thought I had him figured out, like he was just playing, but that's not precisely it. But it is part of it. And he
yeah.
plays everything so close to his chest.
Yeah.
I cannot tell what affects him and what not, what doesn't. And that annoys me.
That's fair.
Hmm.
I kind of think that we're all just sort of muddling through around here, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think he is. I think or no, there are two things that are possible. Either he is, which would be odd, because he is 1,000 years old. He has to have been in a situation like this before. Or he has a plan, a larger plan that involves us. And maybe it's just the kind of plan that will amuse himself. Because after 1,000 years, I imagine you'd be pretty bored. And maybe it still affects him. I cannot tell. And that bugs me. I do not like mysteries I cannot figure out.
Yeah, well, if you're trying to devote yourself to figuring out Felix, I think that would be more than any mortal lifetime's worth by a considerable margin to
Can't even figure out
really.
why I cannot even figure out why I really care.
Yeah.
He should be nothing to me, but he is not, clearly.
Well, there is something to the camaraderie of shared danger and of people who have an actual idea of what you're dealing with every day, which none of us really have outside of this house.
That is very true. Wow. I just did not expect to care about people ever again. And now I'm sitting here and I am caring about people.
Hurts like a son of a bitch, doesn't it?
It makes me unbalanced in ways I cannot afford to be unbalanced. And yet, this doesn't just hurt.
Yeah, there's strength in it too.
Yes. Yes, the ability to share what you are going through, that is valuable. And I appreciate being able to talk to you, Ellie. I really do.
Yeah,
And I
appreciate being able to talk to you.
well, I apologize for not being very good at providing emotional care.
Yeah, that's your perspective is valuable and
Thank
your
you.
steadiness.
Thank you for saying that.
Has just have to ask, did Mordecai mention anything to any of the other hunters about drawing away? in the same manner that he mentioned it to Nora?
I don't think so, no. Because right now he doesn't want. He has alluded to it, but I think that was too obscure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he may have alluded to it in Ellie's presence, but she did not
No.
catch
Yeah.
on to
No.
what it meant.
Yes.
Right. Oh
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
Just these double entendre things is just killing me because I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Conditions.
I
I think I'm gonna get rid of drained.
Okay.
I've sort of
Mellowed out.
reached a little more steadiness
Mm-hmm.
with myself, my curse, etc. right
Sure.
now.
Okay.
I'm getting. Yeah. Sorry.
No, go ahead. That's all I said.
I'm not. I'm still annoyed with Felix, but not to the level that it will impact. It will hinder me.
Okay.
Right now, maybe I'm also annoyed at myself for not being able to figure out this guy. And why am I thinking even about him? Why don't I care? That's the problem. If I
Wait.
didn't care about Felix, then it would be easy, right? But I do, apparently.
So, which one are you trying to get rid of? I mean,
Annoyed with my Felix, so it's not up to. It's still there, but it's not up to the level where it will distract me
okay.
from doing stuff.
I find it interesting that you're still suffering from relentless affection there. How beautiful.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Ellie, and I cannot get rid of the relentless affection by talking to her, because every time I talk to her, it's like, oh my God, I really like this woman.
You got a problem, man. You got a problem.
Yes, I do. I know, these two, mostly.
Yeah. You got some
These
problem.
two dum-dums, one with the gun. And Mordecai's like, I'm intelligent, I am composed. Meanwhile, Ellie, yeah, bah, 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 bah. And Felix is just, I don't know, posing.
Posing very well, evidently. So, okay. Anywho. All right. So, I've laid out the order in the chat as well as in Discord. So, just look that over. Like, hopefully you agree with how we laid it out. Hopefully that's not too stressful for anybody.
I
So,
just wonder if I go first with Mordecai for the threat. I was thinking about using my magic to free the Dryad. If that makes sense for me to go first.
well, for everybody, I mean, like, that everybody does, like, however, like, wherever they're situated. So if you want to do that and then describe what else you're doing when you do threat two, like, your narration the second time around, then you still have the floor, you know what I mean? So, yeah. You still got that covered. And then Felix and Ellie will come right after. But yeah, I mean, yep. So library description first, and then, like, we'll do library prompt first, and then threat, library, yeah, so on and so forth. Okay? So, if everybody's geared up and ready to do this thing, I'm imagining that you're getting ready to approach Klauser's house or office, whatever, as we enter into Hargrave House first. The library. Towering bookcases filled with tomes spanning human understanding and beyond. A sturdy spiral staircase escalates between multiple floors. The deep, indelible scent of ancient trees and bitter inks hang in the atmosphere. Paint the scene, and this is for everyone. Of all the rooms in Hargrave House, none feel more unstuck than this one. As you enter the library, what do you see or experience that feels a little off? And again, you can change it or adjust it from how it was described in the beginning of your series.
The lighting. Sometimes you look up and it's a candelabra. Other times it's an oil lantern. Other times it's a very fancy LED light bulb. Uh, you think that doesn't seem quite right. And then, but there's still the scent of oil, or perhaps the bottom of the bulb has wax that's pouring out of the outlet. And every time you look back at it, it doesn't seem like it's the same source of light.
I think very occasionally you will see someone who's clearly not really there. It's not a ghost, it's just an echo from another reality. Someone sitting there reading a book. And sometimes you will find a book that tells you things that are sound realistic, but how can they be? Right? It's the description of I don't know, Queen Mary and her empire and her Queen Mary's empire, Catholic empire, something like that.
I think the air currents are all wrong. Sometimes you'll step into the middle of the room and there will be a sharp breeze that might ruffle your hair, but the papers on the table right there are untouched by it. Or another time you might encounter a heaviness as if the pressure before a storm when the weather outside is clear. Or, just the very atmosphere of the room is oddly patchy and unconnected to the outside.
I'm going to add to this, and I'm going to say that there is a room, or at least a doorway, the outline of a doorway in the library, perhaps in the back, perhaps behind some stacks of books, that seems to be outlined in what looks like stone. It's a room that may have been opened at one point and may need to be opened again. Who knows? But the door is there. So, now, hunters, you're getting ready to do this thing. How is everybody setting up for this? This is everybody's chance to establish where they're going to be and what they're going to do to kick this off, to rescue the dryad that you have ascertained is actually in Dr. Klauser's home, office, whatever, both. I mean, wherever you have determined she is.
I think my role in the whole thing is going to be to keep Erica from interfering with the freeing of the dryad and the whatever comeuppance we meet out to Klauser. So I'm ready for a fight. I'm making sure that I have my pistol and my Bowie knife, and limbering up, cracking my knuckles, getting myself hyped up for the fight.
Assume that you are outside of outside of the house, and that this is just the stakeout part of it, So,
Yeah.
all right,
Okay.
Felix.
I make an appointment with my doctor.
Oh,
Like he knows everything about me. I've been very open. It's like it's time for me to meet the blue lady. And he says, the drop's like, no, 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 no. That's not going to work for me. I need to go directly to the source. And so I'm going to have him lead us to the dryad.
nice.
Mhm.
Okay, and Mordecai.
I will disrupt the binding and free the dryad. Yeah. Please don't make me fight anyone.
Do you think that you're? I can't remember if we established this. I don't think he did. Like with turn and turn again, if that's what you're
Mhm.
planning on doing.
Yeah.
Like, are you? You don't have to see it, right? You just have to like sense it in some way.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what the turn again does. It makes me sense the stuff and then influence it. But maybe it's not what I'm going to use. It's maybe we're going in and I go look what the binding
Ah,
actually is and then
gotcha,
break
gotcha.
it by
Check it first.
doing yeah, because you never know. You don't want to deny it, the dryer to be freed in the wrong way when because suddenly then Apollo appears and is like, what the fuck are you doing to my baby?
Yeah, like he blames you instead of the right person. Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that would
could
be
go
bad.
That would be
exactly.
bad. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. So we
Yeah.
see, yeah, we see you all maybe
Mhm.
like, coming in or stealthing it in while Felix
Mhm.
goes like, gaining in to get his appointment with the doc. How are you dressed, Felix, before we continue onward?
Mhm.
Gosh, I wish I had marked the one that lets me dress in silly outfits. I should never change that Dawn question.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm surprised you did, but anyway, go ahead. What did you How did you dress?
don't worry. We'll make the other one work. Um, I am dressed modestly. I Yeah, just normal London garb. I'm giving the impression that I am ready to acclimate to London. No longer will I be taken away by these fancies of divinity and being an immortal
Oh,
this or an
wow.
all-powerful that. Yes, I am so humbled. I love being mortal.
He will actually clap you on the shoulder and like extend a hand as if to shake your hand and say, "I am if you do not mind me saying, I am quite proud of this effort and progress of yours. I think the Blue Lady would be, if not impressed, then pleased to see you."
Felix will take his hand. I believe that the Blue Lady will. I believe it'll be a quite poetic reunion.
And he just like kind of like nods his head, like, not even like getting the nuance underneath what you just said. Oh boy,
Mm-hmm.
this should be
Mm-hmm.
great. All right, library 2. Paint the scene. An entire shelf is dedicated to the Hunter's Lodge logs of Mayhew Dandridge, an alienist and former resident of Hargrave House. In his writings, Mayhew postulates that all who set foot in the house are cursed. What outlandish claims does he make to support this theory, Kathleen?
He starts out from a relatively measured and thoughtful position of observing specific instances, uh, indicating potentially that he and the fellow hunters of his own era, uh, were under some sort of malevolent influence. Uh, the various omens and signs are relatively classical, to begin with, of, you know, this sort of bird croaking ominously over the door and broken mirrors and things of that nature. But it becomes clear the further and further you go into these logs that for a self-proclaimed man of science, as an alienist would be, uh, he's falling farther and farther into superstition to explain not just clearly supernatural events, but the very smallest of mundane things. A moldy strawberry at breakfast is a terrible omen. Every everything that goes not as he would personally wish is evidence of malevolent supernatural forces at work. Uh, and he's constraining his own activities further and further to try to generate good luck, avoid bad luck, not doing things on certain days of the week that are supposed to be unlucky on that day, or obsessively counting things. And basically, it's a portrait of somebody who has genuinely touched the supernatural, but is also coping with it by falling further into OCD.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm like, oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Ah.
Yeah, he did not remain a functional hunter terribly long after this spiral story.
Man rolls out of bed, looks at the sky, and says the omens are wrong, and jumps back
Seriously.
in.
Seriously, like strange weather's afoot, and it's like that means like you were all cursed. Oh God. All
Yeah,
right.
dude, it's foggy. It's London.
Seriously, right? Your whole day is messed up now. Okay. All right, Mordecai. You know, the whole thing is there are, you know, I like. Let me just ask you and Ellie: are you stealthing it, or are you just making like you are companions, like giving Felix the support that he needs to get through this next part of his journey?
I don't know. I'm just here for the ritual. I'm relying on the others to get me to where I can perform this,
Okay, so
actually.
I asked you two: are you?
Uh,
Ask.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, can you
What
repeat the
is the
question?
question?
Yeah. So I mean, like, is Ellie and Mordecai stealthing it, like, sneaking up,
Oh,
or like, going through a back door or whatever, or are you going as support for Felix in this next part of his emotional journey or
Are you
whatever?
are you my like accountability
Yes.
partner?
Yes, exactly. That
Yes,
kind
that
of
makes
thing
more
going on.
sense because
Right.
Mordecai does not stealth very well.
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, it might make most sense for Mordecai to be your accountability partner and for
Yes.
me to circle around the back,
Sure.
And take out
uh,
the security.
and
Yeah.
take out the
Nice.
Yeah.
security.
Like that. Okay,
Yes.
great. Okay,
Yeah.
Yes.
that makes perfect sense.
That
So
one. Yeah.
now, I think, as you, Mordecai, and Felix make your way down, and like you watch, Felix do the glad handing thing with Dr. Klauser. You, I'm sure, keep a neutral expression on your face. Please keep the disdain off your face, so that's why there's no
Uh,
suspicion. Um,
I'm trying my best. Maybe I'm wearing sunglasses or something.
yeah, there you go. Um, but you do notice that, like, as he brings you down deeper and uh, brings you into his like office slash home, and it's like he even unlocks like a sub basement to his home. I think like you feel it not only getting colder, but you feel as if you are like it's shaded somehow. Like, and
Hmm.
it shouldn't be. Like
Interesting.
there's some kind of like weight to it, as if like something is being smothered here, like the energy is being
Mm-hmm.
dampened. That's what I meant to say. There you
Oh,
go.
interesting.
Yeah. But you do feel something down here. And then when you get down to the bottom floor, and it's like, Dr. Klauser will look at you, Mordecai, and say, "It is good that you wear things that will shade your vision, because to behold this is to behold something so bright as to be dazzling."
Mm.
And he will actually pat you on the shoulder, Felix, and say, "I believe you already." And he will, with a flourish, open the door. And you will see down there, like in the doorway. I mean, it's kind of an opulent. It would be an opulent apartment because it's big. It's like got enough space and everything like that. But you feel like you're being smothered, as if like there's energy here that's being tamped down. Like you see this. How does she look? I mean, in this space of like, of incredible like room, but yet it feels like her energy, her brightness is tamped, but it's still bright to regular eyes. What does she look like? What does this dryad look like to you two?
I think to Mordecai, and this might be different for him than for Felix.
Hmm.
Mordecai and the creatures, I think they look like a spirit. That's a spirit of the Aconite. So vaguely human shape, but also with these characteristics of this monkshood. Everything is bright blue, and the brightest and most glaring are the eyes that look up at these two new people, and they are both angry and also a little like hopeful. And and that is probably she's trying to speak. You can't hear her because she can't get any sound out. And she's trying, her mouth is moving.
Hmm. Yeah. Or maybe like, to you, maybe it's like, a
Mhm.
language you don't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, I
And
I do know ancient Greek, please.
but she can't get you, like you can see her
Yeah,
mouth trying to move,
yeah,
but it's like
yes, yes.
she's not saying anything, or she can't say
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, or there's a sound is blocked by
The
the spell or
tamping.
something.
Yeah, whatever's
Yeah,
tamping her down, yeah.
yeah.
Felix, what does she look like to you?
She appears quieted. She appears mundane. Of all the things that Felix has seen, this is something that stirs outrage in him. It's like if someone were to take a crucifix and whittle it down into a toothpick and then
Mhm.
like just use it to clean out some detritus before throwing it away. It's like taking a meditation bell and using it to store refuse and then discarding it. This is the debasement of the divine for something mundane. And while he doesn't mean bad by it, uh Felix is disgusted by this.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can see her reaching out for you. I mean, do you think she recognizes you?
Yes.
Yeah. I think she'll reach out to you, but I mean, of course, Klauser's like thinking, oh, well, like, she's just doing her normal thing, you know, just reaching out and then just as a what a supplicant, like you're the supplicant for her power or whatever, and and he's just presenting her like, she's the greatest thing since sliced bread, basically. And yeah, it's like,
Felix will kneel down by her and like accept this pleading, this worship, this meager display of what limited freedom she has.
so Mordecai, I mean,
Yeah,
can you tell what the spell is? I mean,
yeah. I think Mordecai can tell what the spell is. And he will turn to Klauser and say, that is quite the magic you've wrought here. A little amateurish, but competent. You have strength. Or no, you don't. You're using her strength to power the spell. That is quite a genius. I will give you that. However, now that I know this, it's easily thwarted.
he looks a little surprised, and
Mhm.
then like, then he'll kind of like try to turn it back in a more you know, psychological manner of like, no, she's able to help herself as well as others. If she quiets her own mind, then it is part of the treatment for all.
Feel that is Felix's problem right now because it's talking. And what I will do is I will let me check my I should have done this before. My Oh, I know what I'm doing. I am taking Emma out of the bag I had her in. And then I'm looking at the Druid and saying, come, we will break this. And I think then I will start doing some serious magic. You
Okay.
will have the little spirits, the entities.
Yeah. So
girl around, maybe taking these to their whiteness, taking these hints of blue in it, and Emma's eyes will also start glowing blue.
yeah, yeah,
But this will take a minute.
yeah. That's fine. Um, we can like next. Well, actually, now you had the library prompt. Hold on. Uh,
Uh,
so yeah.
can
Okay.
we pause on there for a second?
Yeah.
I believe Sabine was requesting that we
Yeah, please
swap.
spare me the erotic
Oh, I'm
descriptions.
sorry. Oh.
If
Okay.
if you and Mike swap for that, or
Do you want to swap? I mean,
Yeah, we can swap.
Please.
okay. Yeah.
Please.
Sorry. I apologize for that. I mean, like I didn't see
That's fine.
that was gonna be an issue. All right. So yeah, Mike, if you want to go, and then
Oh boy.
library prompt. But describe one as modestly or salaciously as comfort allows for everyone.
Yes.
So yeah.
While hunting for a fey creature, a group of hunters liberated a collection of erotica from the Noonlight Court. A cursory glance reveals various figures in various compromising positions. Describe one as modestly or salaciously as comfort allows. We will not focus on the book. Uh, it is, after all, something private, something salacious. I think more descriptive will be to focus on the hunters. Uh, we have a vessel stirred by supernatural entities who hears whispers, and her head kind of tilts to the side, trying to understand exactly what she's looking at. There is a legacy, head taller than everyone else, who turns a deep scarlet red as his propriety does not allow for understanding exactly what's going on. There is a mother who gazes upon this, and as he strokes his chin, we hear a murmur of, well, it's theoretically possible. And then there is an American uh in a from the deep shadows of their big 10-gallon hat and their collar that's popped up. We hear just a quiet drawl of, I'd give it a go.
Just so you know, I switched up the order of threat descriptions so Mike doesn't have to go like right in a row. Um, so Kathleen, if you want to describe like what you encounter when you get to the door, the back door.
hey, um, rather than trying super hard to be super sneaky or approaching openly, I'm sort of taking a middle ground in that I'm just walking directly up to the door and opening it. Uh, Servant's entrance is not locked at this time of day. Uh, and so I just stroll straight into the house, figuring that if there's going to be resistance, which I expect, it'll find me. Uh, and otherwise, I'll just sort of aim to figure out where the others are. And as I'm contemplating the layout of the house, uh, from a doorway off to one side, Erica clears her throat, and I turn and say, "Oh, looking for you. Your boss is doing bad, bad things.
It is not for you to determine if what he does is bad.
He's keeping a prisoner. That
Uh,
ain't okay. And it's my job to make sure my colleagues can free that prisoner. So I guess that means we're gonna dance."
let's dance, and then go at it like the montage.
Uh,
She's a boxer. She
she's a
is.
boxer.
She's coming right
She's
for you with her fists. So
her technique is a lot more trained and polished. than mine. She's clearly studied. She's clearly, worked hard at this, whereas I'm running on instinct and meanness, honestly. Um, which is a little bit of a weakness for her because while she hits like a freight train and has great technique, she has spent too much time fighting with rules, and I am absolutely not having any truck with rules. I'm I'm hitting the side of her knee. I'm, dodging around using the furniture, using whatever is handy. Um, I'm not attacking lethally, unless she absolutely forces me to, and she doesn't. Uh, she's not a killer by nature, and I am trying so hard right now not to be a killer. But she lands some solid ones on me. I'm going to be feeling this in the morning. But eventually, I do the last thing that she expects me to do, which is drop to the floor entirely to dodge one of her punches and use that motion to sweep her legs out from under her. And just hammer her until she can't get up again.
Yeah, I think we should see her bruised face, like as you take the last knockout punch, and yeah, she just doesn't stir, and she just kind of like laid out.
Stand up, dust myself off, go looking through the house. Probably if I spot anything that resembles a basement door, that's where I'm going to start my search because you don't keep prisoners where they have access to windows if you can help it.
Yeah, and as you approach the basement door, I think you start to feel, because of your sensitivity, I think you start to feel like there's the thrumming, like you would normally sense if Mordecai's doing some sort of magic, and you start to see a little glow coming from downstairs.
I run in that direction once I get that hint.
For sure, for sure. All right, so yeah, so I switched out the order. Okay, so Sabine. Let's see. Sorry, getting back to the Hargrave house. All right. Paint the scene. Part of the library is closed off behind wrought iron gates, padlocks, and a number of more esoteric security measures. Within, reams of sensitive documents and personnel files of former residents lie in wait. What evidence remains of Hunter's unsuccessful attempts to breach the restricted section's secrets?
I think we can see, someone who hit things with an axe, clearly, because, I mean, why not? So it's an easy, the dents are not on the door, right, or the arch of the door, but they're on the wall around the door because somebody was like, okay, maybe I can try to break down the wall. Clearly didn't quite work. Then you can see some symbols in chalk on the ground. None of them are on the door. If you try to write on the door in chalk, well, it doesn't stick. I think someone, and that is still there, has built a construction, like a little golden cage or something around the not the door, but the gen, right? And that's still there, and there are symbols on it, but these symbols look like they have been warped or melted. Yeah. Also, there is, I think, a note or a couple of notes from people like, tried this, didn't work. Tried this, didn't work. Sam tried this. Do not try this. Sam melted.
Love it. Oh my god. Oh shit. All right. So, Felix, Take us home as Mordecai is doing his spell with Emma and breaking the bonds that keep the dryad in place. What are you doing to reassure her that you're friends, or reminding her that you're friends and you're trying to free her?
Uh, I just whisper, Child of Apollo, you shall see sunlight once more. He places a gentle kiss on her forehead and then whirls around and extends a wide smile, a little bit too wide to Klauser.
What what did she say to you? Why do you look like that?
Because you need to see what you've done. You need to see what happens when you profane the divine. And Felix grabs his wrist and pulls him towards the dryad as Mordecai spins whatever magics. And it's a quick thing. She is freed, gasping, falling to the side, and Felix shoves him into the center of the circle. And the binding reforms itself. And we see he begins to choke, to struggle to breathe, and then there's a wheeze as he sees the burden that he's placed on her. And we see that his hands are restricted in movement, and we see the roots crawl under his skin. And finally, we see him weeping tears of blue. I think Mordecai goes to attend to the dryad. And Mads, I would like to use my two advancements now. Uh, for you see, one advancement is choose an additional move from my playbook, which I haven't done yet, and I would like to mark taketh away. And I would like to taketh away as I gaze upon Klauser.
Okay. Tell me, what does that do?
When you destroy a side character, physically, spiritually, and socially, which I think we're doing by trapping this man in a thing of his own devices, describe how it makes you feel, scar your reflection, and roll with vitality. I would like to point out this is the last item on my masterwork. So my second advancement is going to be to reset my masterwork so I don't immediately die.
Okay. Well, you wouldn't immediately die. You'd have to decide whether you're going to admit all your stuff and, like, amend and all that kind of stuff. But
And then walk away?
I
No,
know.
not after that heartfelt conversation with
Oh,
Ellie.
sure.
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
sure. Sure.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna clear my masterwork, and then I've got to roll vitality for
You
you.
do.
Do any of my conditions, honesty at last, most beloved, impact this roll?
Most beloved.
Okay.
So,
I'm trying to think. I'm going to mark a lovingly, if horribly knitted shawl left behind on the HMS Whippet, which was a gift from Mordecai. Uh, Channeling something that has been touched by this arcane user and using it to bind him in place,
sure.
hold him for just a moment longer for Mordecai to do his thing.
Okay. Alrighty. So, straight roll with vitality, please.
That is a +1. How do I feel in this moment? After all this time, after getting so many opportunities, I am making a choice. I am forcing poetic divine punishment on a mortal for the first time in a very long time. And it feels good. In the pit of his stomach, he feels horrified by it, but gosh, does it feel good to be back.
And which dice is willing you out? 11.
Yes. So, as part of that, let's see, what actually happens to take it away?
You taketh away, however you deem necessary.
Oh, he's gonna be trapped here. I think the operation goes on somehow. No, not somehow. My followers are going to continue to harvest the blue tears coming from him. Uh, because his work is good. He just wasn't paying enough of a high cost. So, I'm going to take something from your victim and add it to your personal quarters. I'll do that one. Uh, and Matt's,
Yeah.
what makes him beautiful?
Ah, his ability to turn things around. That's part of his hypnotherapy, right? I mean, being able to listen to what they say and make that turn that back upon his patients, upon his you know, upon the people that he's helped to. It's a weird cycle, right? To help them help themselves, but he helps them by just turning it back on them. That's what
I'm
he
going to
feels like.
say, because we described his office being like a bunch of mirrors, right?
Mirrors and weird ink blot things. Yeah.
I'm going to say that I reach into his pocket and take out a mirror. And I'm going to find that aspect of him, that thing that made him beautiful, to make a mirror that simply reflects back, to take that most beautiful thing and bind it into this object that I can take away. A mirror reflecting the true self.
Oh man. Amazing.
And then I'm going to clear most beloved.
I knew you were going to do that at some point. Sure.
And I've hammed it up enough. Thank you.
I think, but I mean, like with all that, I think, like, not only did you bind and do all this kind of stuff, take it away, da da da, but I think now you feel lighter, you know, between helping the dryad and you know doing this thing with Dr. Klauser. I think you feel a lightness that for some reason you didn't realize that you needed after however long it's been since you first got Most Beloved.
Yes.
We want to end with, I think, outside as you all come up. Well, at least as, you know.
I
Ellie,
have
you
a
catch the latter
thing.
part of this? Go ahead.
Yeah.
I have an idea, but I don't know if Mike likes it
Okay.
because there are still blue tears coming from Klauser, right? And that has to come from the dryad. It's not from him. Maybe you didn't notice him that, but there is still part of her maybe bound, and maybe that's how you injure an innocent. If you think that's an interesting idea.
That I injured an innocent?
No, I need to injure an innocent
Oh,
Oh,
you need
because of
to
my
injure that.
my
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, then forget it. Sorry. Sorry. I still like the idea that there's some part of the dryad.
no, I like that too. I think that just the stuff that he's done is so amateurish. Like he's messed
Mm,
it up so that
mm,
even with your ability, there's something going to be left behind.
yeah. Yes. Yes. He's still
Unfortunately.
taking. Yeah. It was no, it was impossible to untangle the dryad completely
Yeah.
from his murked up spell thingy. So I think Mordecai at some point just said, "Okay, lady, I'm so sorry, but I cannot disentangle this. I have to cut it."
It's all right for the pain that I've been experiencing. This will just be, it will be a relief.
And then he just makes a gesture, and I think it's Emma actually who reaches out with a claw and cuts through the empty air, like
Yes.
cats do, right?
Yeah.
And then the dryad is free.
Yes. And I think she's very grateful, and like, whether you want to, or whatever, maybe she will at least try to give you at least an embrace, because it's like she's so thankful that she's free.
I
So,
think Mordecai wasn't expecting it and will not, once she does that, he will not actually engage, but he will
oh
not
no,
push her away either.
right, 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 and it's fine. And then like she'll also like lean down and hug Emma as well, for freeing her, and then she'll look
Emma
to you.
is fine with that.
Oh yeah,
Emma
of course
will
she is.
allow that.
Of course Emma will. I mean, like, she's like, it's like she loves that kind of stuff. And then I think she'll turn to you, Felix, the dryad will, and say, "Thank you. Thank you all. I don't know if I can make my way home."
There is a sanctuary here. We will take you to it.
And she nods, and she'll go with you all. And I think that's where we see outside as you make your way upstairs. You will see the fingers of dawn like start to stream in through the windows.
I have a coda to this scene just to get my
Go ahead, please.
my mask in.
Please.
Uh we are out the back door. Ellie is obviously scuffed up from the fight. You can see that she was in a physical tangle, but she is almost as invigorated and glowing from just getting to throw down as she is on those nights when she really masters the curse. She's got almost that degree of energy, but also edge. And as she is uh moving with the group out the back door, suddenly she whirls as to meet a new attack and just gives a vicious blow to what turns out to be a maidservant who is coming in to light the fires in the kitchen for the day, get the place woken up for the day. And Ellie is absolutely mortified that she struck without looking, but also distressed because while that would have been just a harsh open hand slap, there are lines of blood, as if just for an instant she had claws. And Ellie has not so far broken from her usual pattern that having done something that she deeply regrets, she runs. She does not she does not stop to see that this person is going to be all right. She runs back to the house,
And with that,
leaving the others to deal with it or not.
I mean, we have a healing dryad with us. So
I think the dryad probably attends to the mortal without either of our interference.
all she does
yes.
is like she will just reach out and like place her hand, her wooded hand on top of the maidservant's who's clutching at her face, and like you just see like this beautiful blue glow, and then she just like the maidservant will be like, it's like I won't even hurt at all. Thank you. And then she'll just kind of like wander into the house, like looking, you know,
Um,
confused.
Maybe I'll tell her her services won't be needed in the further future. Or maybe they will. Okay, yes, you're right.
So, hmm. basically we enter into dawn phase. So,
Do we get any kind of rewards or stuff like that?
oh yeah, for sure. That's what I wanted to get into dawn phase for. Hold on. Yeah, reference sheet. Come on. Poop. All right. So dawn phase. Collect rewards. Here we go. What'd you get? All right. Dr. Klauser's journal, add it to your personal quarters, and the rest of them are mementos from the investigation. Ask another hunter or me what it is, and then add it to your personal quarters. So, whatever you want.
Ellie has no particular interest in the journal. So, Mike, how about a memento?
I think you have one of Erica's teeth.
Oh, amazing.
very, very simple, very straightforward.
I would also like a memento. And since I haven't interacted with you, Mike, I would like for you to give it to me. Sorry.
A little bit more esoteric. I think you have a boon from Apollo.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Very cool.
And then, I mean, same to you, Sabine. We haven't had a scene this time. Please give me a memento.
I think for you it is yes, it is some of those blue tears, something drenched in those blue tears.
Mm.
But not from the Druid, from Klauser.
What if I unmark the shawl?
Yes.
And
oh yeah.
I say that it's soaked in the blue tears now.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, amazing.
Cool. Yes.
I really love things from different threats getting intertwined that way.
I love that shit. That's amazing.
That's cool.
Very cool. All right, awesome. Stars and wishes, we'll discuss other things. I know everybody owes a mask of some sort, at least one, if not two. So, yeah, think on them. I'll remind you in the chat, in the Discord chat, but so we don't stay for too long. If anybody wants to just go through some stars and wishes, if you got time, gameplay, role play each other, and what you'd like to see for next time. And we need to discuss, of course, if you guys want to actually answer the mastermind question, or if you just want me to just throw you into the assault and see what happens.
Fight, assault.
Fight.
Good.
But can't we do both though?
Sure.
Or we can
we'll answer the
question after the assault.
The threat.
Yes.
Or after the assault, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
perfect.
I mean, answering the mastermind question would normally, with the new rules, determine whether you would go to the assault first or directly to the confrontation. So, how how badly you whiff on it or not. So. And I will say it would be the only time that you would use the mastermind clues towards answering a question, because when you do the confrontation, that has its own question that you're going to have to answer.
Is there
Same with the assault.
Is there somewhere we can look at the revealed history so far, just to refresh memory?
Yeah, that would be a good thing to have, wouldn't it? All right. Here we go. I'm going to pop these into the Discord chat so you can see them. Hopefully, yeah, okay. Just want to make sure only those things are revealed, and I'll put them into the Discord chat so you can read them at your leisure to decide how you want to interpret it. But these are just obviously the history revealed, as opposed to the mastermind clues, which you can obviously see in the threat tab. So ignore the when things are revealed, because that didn't happen. I mean, I was just revealing them whenever the heck it seemed appropriate. I change it when I revise this this mastermind threat.
I have an idea of the mask removed.
Choose to do it now, or you can wait until the beginning of next session.
Yeah, let me stew on it a bit more. As for stars and wishes, um, Ellie, I really liked your scene in The King of Shadows. Uh, just this play is too terrible, too horrible to view. Anyone who changes is completely like altered for the rest of their lives. But like if I wanted to go see it, like where would I go? Like was a bit of an unintentional comedy. And our vulnerable scene was very fun to like be honest and open, and it was good. Um, Sabine, great job with the different shades of Mordecai. One just being absolutely livid with Pettigrew and like tearing him to pieces. And then with Ellie in your vulnerable scene, just dealing with these feelings in such a completely different way to Felix. Like it was good to see Mordecai like be open and vulnerable, but also kind of hate this gushy stuff. Um, and Mads, thank you for dealing with the nonsense. Thank you for allowing me to ham it up for a bit in the Klauser close. And wishes. I want to do those two masks. Uh and I wanted to run something by you for some future masks that I have, but that'll be later.
Okay. All right.
I really enjoyed the vulnerable scenes, especially today. Both of those were just so much fun and such an interesting sort of perspective on all the characters involved. Uh, it, the last thing that Ellie really ever expects from Felix is is that directness, that this is what I'm thinking. I I might just be out of here. And part of her is like, yes, of course, and part of her is like, yeah, that's a perfectly rational response to all this because as he observed, it's hypocritical for her to criticize someone else for running out on a mess they've made. But at the same time, she really does feel like what they're doing here is important. There's a reason she's stuck around Hargrave House as long as she has. And also, she's kind of feeling like clutching at people, people, people I can actually talk to, people who understand something about my situation. And the idea of losing yet another connection like that kind of made her panic a little and realize, okay, I've been really angry with Felix, but I don't hate Felix. It's more complicated than that. And that was good both in terms of understanding the characters and also I feel like it was good in terms of kind of resetting that relationship to where they can keep working together despite recent events. And that scene with Mordecai was just so lovely. It, the just as Mike said, the ugh feelings just felt so true and so real. And I really like that. And the fact that Mordecai has this affection for Ellie is extremely sweet. And while she has occasionally gotten fed up with him, not nearly as to the degree that she does with Felix, but she definitely she cares about Mordecai too and wants him to be okay and is aware that this is not a situation where any of them are gonna be okay. So that was really good stuff. And Mads, as always, love the NPC, the dilemmas that we get put in. Uh and and as as wishes, I think Ellie I think I kind of want to see something go right for Ellie and an Ellie. I don't know how that could happen, but she's getting twitchy about going into perfectly normal alleys in the middle of the day. So either disproving the pattern she's sensing, or maybe just proving it in a really big way. Maybe that's what needs to happen. I don't know. But something involving Ellie and Ellie's. I think that would be hilarious.
Depends on how you roll. I mean, it's not my fault you keep rolling badly in an alley. Jeez, which dice is telling you don't do it?
Or it's telling me to go bigger.
Yeah, usually appreciates big swings.
Yeah. My stars and wishes, stars all around. Those vulnerable scenes were all lovely. I liked Ellie and Felix playing this game, and I loved Felix like, I can change the dice, right? That was fun, and the whole but you're the only game in town. So that was that was pretty great. I love that. I also love the scene I had with Ellie where Mordecai was trying to figure out why the fuck he cares about the people he shouldn't. He doesn't think he should. But these two chuckleheads and Nora, and and there are more stars for all our resolutions. And what I really liked was the erotic scene. Mike, thanks for taking that, and also thanks for that narration. That was epic. That was amazing. I really liked that. And Mads, thanks for organizing everything along the lines of how we do these resolutions of our questions, because I really like the mechanic that you're using with these scenes, and I think that is your thing, right? That is not in the book. Yeah, I really appreciate that, because rolling and then things that when you already know that you've solved it, that's like, okay, fine. But I also love getting a glimpse at Hargreave House or more glimpses at Hargreave House. So thank you. Wishes wise, I think Mordecai needs to free this lady, but we probably won't get there, right? Because we're doing the assault next. And he also I think he also needs to say goodbye probably to Ellie, or tell Ellie that is a very possible thing that will happen in the future. So, yeah.
Or you could have a really dramatic scene later. Who knows? Oh my
God! Who knows? And I also think maybe one of us, Ellie or Mordecai, will be most beloved next, because there is this mask freed up now.
Brain. Oh my God. Oh, so just as a review, you get unlocked from doing the library. When you spend an entire phase conducting research in the library, choose an active threat and name a book by title and topic that could reasonably be related, then roll with reason. So this may or may not fall in, but we'll see. On a hit, you find the book described, added as a clue for the associated threat. 7 to 9 as above, but roaming the uncanny twists and turns of the library takes its toll. Take the condition burdened by knowledge. If you already have the condition burdened by knowledge, put it on the Janus mask. On a miss, you find the book described above, but get lost in the library for a time as the uncanny space slowly leaches knowledge from your mind. Forget the events of your most recent mask of the past. The memory appears somewhere in the library as a new tome. You may not use the library again until a new threat is presented. On a 12+, a corner of the library reshapes itself to provide a comfortable reading spot for you specifically. Describe how and clear an appropriate condition. Roll well, people. Shit. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's what you get. Yeah, stars all around for the same reasons, because I mean, like, those vulnerable scenes were amazing. Thank you for giving me the time to just like set up how the back and forth is going to work, but I still flubbed it up, but it is what it is. And yeah, I mean, like, they were just absolutely beautiful, and just the appropriateness of Ellie and Felix, like, going head to head and saying, it's like, well, you got to take responsibility. No, you got to take responsibility. I just thought that was fabulous. And then Mordecai, this like trying to not lean into the affection that he has for Ellie, but yet also like trying to get some kind of, whether he wants to admit it or not, some kind of like validation or comfort and support for how he is feeling, whether he wants to admit it or not. So I enjoy those things all too much, and I'm so sorry, not sorry. And yeah, I mean, like, you know, the way you guys handled the question, I mean, I really loved the solution for Order of Azure Eyes. I think the rescue heist thing was like really awesome, and then your narrations were spot on for what happened like during that time. And yes, it is my own thing of like, you know, you roll well, why the hell not? Because like, you know, who really is going to pick a Hargrave House night phase when there's so much shit to do, right? So I'm perfectly happy for you guys to do that. I just realized we didn't do through the dawn question, so really quick, did you resolve a threat? Yes. Did you answer a question? Yes. If you think you experienced an echo in the night between your narrations and the library scenes, great, take the point. And if you did do your dawn questions, your elective dawn questions, then you did them. And then just take those points. Add all those points to your advancement track, clear your dawn questions, and then change your elective dawn questions if you so choose. All right, so this way it's all like in there. And I will. Did somebody do rights, or was that me? Because I'll just add those points and then add like today's points on them.
I haven't touched the rights.
Okay, then I will do those points, particular points.
I did add Favor of the Djinn to our special move reference on the
Perfect.
left-hand side.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so I answered a question, resolved a thread. Wonderful work as always. I owe you also a stinger. Well, let me ask you something. Do you want another stinger, or do you want a clue? Because I will provide either in the interim between now and the next session.
A clue to the Mastermind?
That's up to you. I mean, I will provide a stinger scene because you bumped it up to a 12 for the night phase, or do you want a clue?
I like the stinger scenes.
Okay.
Stinger. I think given that we're going to go from assault into the confrontation, the time for clues is past.
Okay.
Yes.
It's fine. It's totally fine. No problem. All right, so I will provide this Mastermind stinger scene in the interim, and then I'll probably pop that over into the chat before I post the actual episode itself with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you all again for hanging out, especially for a little bit late. And again, fabulous job. We'll need to discuss, of course, dates just to make sure that we're all on the same page, and hopefully we'll be all showing up for the next date. God dang it! All righty.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
because the assault will be a one shot. Like we're gonna try to get a shit ton of things done.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get a shit ton of things done on the assault. Okay.
And we have to go through, I think, 5 masks. Ellie, are you owing 3?
Yeah, there's a lot of masks. So we might need to have that as an extended period, because it's like, if with so many masks going about, it's like, you know, that takes away from the assault time, and trust me, you're going to need the amount of time that you're going to need to get through it. And especially because this one is going to be made especially for you guys. This is not something that I'm going to write up for anybody else. So
thank you.
Oh, you'll know why. You'll know why when we get there. So
Oh no.
I'm excited. It's all good. It's all good.
Yep.
So anyway, you guys have a wonderful week, unless I see you for something else. Happy gaming. And I will see you the next time.
Later.
Thanks for running. Bye.
Thank you. Her hair tucked into the news cap on her head, wearing work clothes to grub about in the garden, Nora wipes her sweat-stained face with a handkerchief. Nora. The whisper carries from the small grove of trees at the edge of the garden. She turns around and smiles. Maglasang! Nora gets up from her digging and approaches the trees. Maglasang steps out, but instead of holding out his arms for his usual embrace, he keeps them behind his back. I have a present for you," he says shyly. He brings out a small crystal shard firmly tied in a specific pattern with a narrow leather strip etched with tiny symbols. The crystal seems to glow in the dim light of the foggy morning. "Please, wear this for me," he asks as he brings it over her head and around her neck. "It may give you a measure of protection, and I'll at least know where you are when you wear it." She looks at it curiously before hiding it into her shirt. "Of course. I'm just sorry I do not have anything to give to you," Madelancholy interrupts as he clasps both of her hands with his. "Nora, there is not much time. Just know that there is something coming. And if Mordecai says to hide or take shelter at Hargrave House, promise me you'll follow his direction." Her eyes look more questions, but she just nods, seeing the desperation and perhaps fear on his face. Madelancholy kisses her hands fervently, then backs into the trees and disappears. Back into the crystal room of Wreath Hall, where he hears, "And I had such high hopes, Madelancholy," before he even turns around.